several months, but it's also when March Madness took on a different meaning. And I am missing some basketball. So can't wait for the season to crank back up next year. But I'd like to thank Dr. T and the entire team and the complete professional program for all they do. What a great group. And it's simply amazing how much they care about each one of the students and helping to prepare them for success. Dr. T talked about, I'm a graduate from the Fogelman College of Business. I love our city. I love our university. I'm the manager of talent development at C.H. Robinson here in Memphis. And a big part of my role is to help people grow and to develop. And that's personally as well as professionally. So that's why it gives me just a great joy to congratulate each of you on completing the complete professional program. I'm so proud of each of you, and you'll never regret investing in yourself. Top employers all over the country are looking for people that spend the time and the energy to make themselves better. At C.H. Robinson, we put a strong emphasis on personal development, and we realize that journey lasts a lifetime. I've had the privilege to interview hundreds of people in my career, and I gotta say, there is a significant difference for the people that we interview that have been through the complete professional program. So today I'd like to recognize each of you on your accomplishment, but I also want to encourage you to continue to stay focused on making yourself better each day. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mac. Great words and so encouraging. We appreciate you. Our next alumni who's up is one who also you have seen around not only as an employer, but also as a student. She graduated in 2018, and she is a great role model for students because she started as a sophomore, really getting involved. She happened to be in my Management 3110 class, and she and I met and we started working on things like the Society of Human Resource Management together. She got several internships. I'll let her tell you about that. And her last internship that she had turned into a wonderful opportunity at a global leader international paper whose headquarters are here in our city. So Tiana, we'd love to hear from you now.
Hi everyone, as Dr. T mentioned, I am Tiana Childress Pointer and I am the Senior College Relations Specialist for International Paper. I am a 2018 Fogelman College of Business graduate and a 2016 graduate of the Complete Professional Program. During my time at the University of Memphis, I had the opportunity to have 4 different HR internships. I've interned with AutoZone, the City of Memphis Urban Fellows Program, and the Professional Development Center with Dr. Tuberville, and at International Paper. So I just want to start off by saying that I am really proud of each of you for going the extra mile and earning your Complete Professional Program certificate. At International Paper, we value employees who take charge of their own professional development because it shows initiative, drive, and a willingness to invest in your future. So earning my CPP certificate and knowing how to apply what I learned was one of the things that made me stand out. And I can honestly say that IP campus recruiters expect Memphis business students to earn their Complete Professional Program certificate. And so you all are already ahead of the game, so kudos to you. I want you to remember to use what you've learned: professional etiquette, persuasive presenting, health and wellness, dining etiquette, ethical leadership, and serving your community are all things that you're going to continue to use in your future professional endeavors. Professional development does not end here. If you are graduating, join professional organizations related to your field. Ask for a mentor at your prospective employer, and take certification courses that are provided by your employer. If you are not graduating, strive to earn your Advanced Complete Professional Program certificate, join the MILE program, or be more involved with registered student organizations related to your major. There is always something that you can do to remain a polished professional So continue to seek out those opportunities. Lastly, I want to encourage others to earn, I want you guys to encourage others to earn their CPP and become student advocates for the Complete Professional Program. We want our fellow U of M Tigers to participate and benefit from the programs hosted by the Professional Development Center as well. So congrats again. And now a few remarks from Tyler Seagal.
Okay. And while Tyler's coming up, he is also an alumnus. Also, he is a current student too, because he's pursuing his MBA. Where else but Fogelman? So Tyler.
Hey everyone. First and foremost, thanks Tiana for the intro. Thanks Dr. Tuberville for having me. Graduating from the Complete Professional Program for me took place in 2015. I graduated just before Tiana did. It was such a pleasure working with her. For me, my experience at Fogelman was invaluable, and I'll tell you why, and I give a little bit of advice from my point of view. Mac talked a little bit about the difference that employers see, the difference that employers see in interns who come through the Complete Professional Program. And first and foremost, that is because of that word that Tiana used, polished. You have gone through a series of events that have polished you and that have set you above the bar and above the expectation that employers have, and that are going to set you apart in the workplace to get you in the door for that internship. But what happens when you go out and you get a little bit of work done and you get down in the thick of it? You get a little dirty, right? And you're not so polished. And so my biggest point of advice for each of you as you graduate this program and continue to hone your professional skills and develop as a professional in whatever your field of study is to stay polished. Continue to practice on your interview skills, your speaking skills, those dining etiquette skills, interacting with other professionals. You'll come into contact with people who in your organizations unfortunately are not as polished, but don't let them bring you down. You set the standard, you set the bar high, and always meet and go above expectations and continue to go that extra mile even after graduation today. I know these are difficult times as we navigate this whole COVID pandemic, but you all will continue to shine through this. You're already polished. You've already got a glimmer coming off of you graduating this program today. Stay polished and keep your skills honed, and you will continue to develop, as I know you all will. So thank you for having me, Dr. Tuberville.
Thank you, Tyler. Great points. Our last employer speaker is a person who has really been highly supportive of the Fogelman College in many ways. A few years ago, after she had been around our college for a bit, she called and said, I want to do something to help accounting students. What can we do? What can my firm help do? And that was 14 semesters ago. And the ACT program, Accounting Careers of Tomorrow, was born right then. And so we began working on it. And for 14 semesters, RBG has been our partner and has been our host and our supporter of a wonderful program that brings accounting employers from all over our city together to meet about 25 to 30 students in each of the programs. So Ms. Leslie Bolden has been named the mother of the ACT program because she's been faithful to it for 14 semesters. So Ms. Bolden?
Hello, it's great to be here today, and I want to talk a little bit about the ACT program. It has been exciting for RBG to be involved in that and to be a co-sponsor of that with the Professional Development Center in Fogelman. I've been involved in the recruiting at RBG, and I can tell you that we are already making shifts in the way that we are going to be recruiting students, and as a result of this pandemic. And we will continue being involved in the ACT program, and whatever that will look like in the future, we are still committed to doing that. And we really enjoy being able to help accounting students become the professionals that they need to be in order to be competitive. So for those of you who are finishing your complete professional program, what a monumental accomplishment that is right now during this time period, and what a commitment you've made to your future. So congratulations on that. And in the future, I think success is going to be determined and driven by our adaptability and flexibility, as we've all seen in the last 6 weeks of dealing with how we're changing the way that we do business. I'm proud to say that RBG has been very responsive to allow all of our people to work from home and to be able to continue serving our clients. So being prepared to be flexible is important. And to go back to something Tyler said, to be polished, but also to be positive. And I'm sure as many of you have thought how this really changes how we go about doing business. And what I would say to ask yourself is, instead of looking back at the way things were, ask yourself, what does this make possible? And that's really what I've been asking myself every day. What does this change in the way we're doing business? What does this make possible for us in the future? And look at the positives and how we can springboard from the situation that we're in. So congratulations to everyone who has made the commitment to complete the program. And I look forward to seeing what happens in the future.
Thank you so much. And one of the things that all 4 of these folks also serve on our advisory board for the Complete Professional Program, and we appreciate all the leadership they give us. We try to make our program really employer driven, and we could not do this without the help of these 4 folks. So I hope that some of you are able to meet them when we go into our breakout rooms and do some networking. So one of the things that we next want to hear from a couple of folks, you may be thinking, okay, they're employers, they've got the jobs already, they've started their careers, but what about people like me? And so we have 2 folks that I want to introduce to you because they're both role models in their own way. And our first is a person that I really want, when Kayana said, y'all be advocates for the Complete Professional Program, I want you to think about Edith and share her story. I'm going to let her tell that story, but she started as a sophomore. And that's what's so important for you all as role models. You may have said, oh, I waited till I was a senior, I wish I hadn't. Well, help those that you meet that are younger to start their career readiness journey now. So Edith, we'd love to hear from you.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. As Dr. Tuberville said, I'm Edith Grayson. I'm a sophomore supply chain management major. I started the Complete Professional Program last fall of 2019, and I first heard of it through Professor Nevels. He was my managerial accounting teacher, and he was really advocating for us to go and take advantage of the PDC. And so I was like, I'll go check it out. So I challenged myself to complete the Complete Professional Program in 1 semester, and I was able to do that. I just started out by going to one thing, and it started snowballing from there. So through my experience with the Complete Professional Program and also Supply Chain Academy, I've been able to be introduced to many employers. I've been offered 4 internships through this. Those were with Cummins, C.H. Robinson, International Paper, and Northwestern Mutual. So I accepted C.H. Robinson and International Paper. This semester I started with C.H. Robinson, and it's been a really great experience. Unfortunately, it was cut short due to coronavirus, but I'll be starting with International Paper coming actually just a few weeks in June. So the PDC also, just outside of the Complete Professional Program, they do so many other things. So I was also able to do the Supply Chain Academy program, and as a supply chain management major and also being sophomore, where it's very introductory, it really gave me a lot more information about my major and the industry that I'm about to go into. So that was very helpful. Again, I've been introduced to many employers. It's made me more comfortable networking with them through the internship fair, the Supply Chain Academy reception, the Complete Professional Program reception, and networking events with International Paper and C.H. Robinson. So I've learned more about my career field through this, and also been able to build relationships with staff and other students. So especially I want to thank you, Dr. Tuberville, because I know you've gotten my foot in the door with several employers, and I think that's one of the reasons that they've taken me so seriously also. So I want to thank you for that. And then also just this experience has taught me a few things, and I hope it's taught you guys a few of these as well. Just to believe and be confident in your abilities and knowledge. That's so important. You just have to set yourself apart from the competition. And you've already done that by dedicating your time to grow in this area with the Complete Professional Program. So be proud of yourself and use the skills that you've learned. Also, always be open to new learning experiences. Everyone in Fogelman has access to these programs, but you guys have set yourself apart by taking advantage of this. And then also, employers and professionals are still people, and they don't bite. Make sure you present yourself professionally, but don't be afraid to talk to them. So those are a few things that I've learned, and I hope you all have learned that as well throughout this program. Good job, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Edith. And we appreciate all your support there of influencing others to take advantage. She mentioned Mr. Nevels, and Mr. Nevels is probably one of the most, if we could pay him commission, because he really supports the PDC and encourages students to come check us out. Our next is a graduating senior, Jerome Lindsay. And Jerome has many things in his journey at Fogelman. He'll be graduating and leaving us very soon. I'm going to let Jerome tell you a little bit about his journey, which included a study abroad trip last summer to Italy.
Oh, hello everyone. Can you guys see me? Let's see here.
Not yet.
There we go. I'm looking at my picture, and this is the effect of, not being able to go to the barbershop. So, but, first off, I want
Jerome,
yes.
Can I lean your screen back just a little bit so they can
Here. There you go. Is that better? All right, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. But first, I just want to congratulate, everyone on completing the Complete Professional Program. As you know, this not only sets yourself up for success moving forward, but also is a great way of telling, potential employers that, you're willing to take that extra step in advancing your career. So that's a huge plus to you guys' repertoire. So as I said, my name is Jerome Lindsay. I'm a senior double major in accounting and finance. I'll be graduating this semester and returning for my master's this upcoming fall. I've graduated from the CPP program last semester. Thank you, Dean Clemens. I graduated from this last semester, and I can honestly say that I've benefited tremendously from the program. I've had 4 internships, Tennessee Valley Authority, the PDC, Methodist Labana, and recently RBG, and I accredit that to the PDC. Just a couple of lessons as I've, gained from the program. The most valuable being the connections I made through networking. The first event I ever attended when I first moved to Memphis was the AD program in the fall of 2017, I believe. And if you fast forward to today, I just recently completed my internship with RBG. So you never know how these events turn out. And like I said, potential employers are there. A fun fact about that, the person that did my mock interview is now the senior tax manager with RBG, and she was actually my boss. So again, these connections, value, make sure you gain those connections from them. I also, one of my favorite events is a professionalism first with Miss Becky Boyd and Dr. Mario Brown. I'm constantly in contact with them a lot, and they've always given me great advice. And even fiscal wellness with he's Vice President Justin Barden. I remember it was a Friday. I emailed him asking for advice on career opportunities. He replied back that Tuesday and told me to stop by his office on a Thursday. And where else can you be able to email a VP set up an appointment? So it was really good for me, and I credit that to the PDC. So again, I tell all those stories to say that I hope everyone gains something from this experience. It is valuable. And like I said, congratulations again, and best of luck going forward with you guys' career.
Thank you, Jerome. And I think if we had a little more time, Jerome would probably share his experience in Italy. And if you get a chance to study abroad when that time comes around again, I encourage you to do that as well. So it was a great experience. Okay, so now we're going to move on to talking about you. And we are so excited that you are here. And normally what we would be doing at this point in time is Dr. Fleming and I would be standing at the front and we would be giving you your certificate individually. We obviously can't do that now, so just kind of picture Dr. Fleming handing you your certificate, and it will not say a polished and prepared student. It will have your name on it, but to keep our program moving, we wanted to show you what you would be getting. And as soon as we get back to campus, you will be getting this, and in a few minutes I'll share a little bit about what else you will be getting as a part of this program. So you are a polished and prepared student. We are very proud of you. We're going to be showing the names of those who have completed, as well as some photos from those of you who were able to send them in to us and put them in. And so a couple of things I just want to mention here is that we actually, when the virtual program came about, we scurried to try to make this work because we did not want to have any gaps in being able to complete our semester with our students, and we wanted you to be ready and prepared. And so we actually had students with, I know you were a little bit of a captive audience and you valued us more than Netflix, unlike Dr. Pierce. But one of the things that we do find is that we had a number of students who not only came back to finish up their complete professional program virtually, but they also took advantage of our advanced program as well. So you'll be seeing a number of different slides. So we can go to the next slide. And we have these grouped by major. And so these are our accounting majors that have completed. And if you see your name there, we appreciate you doing this. Some of these are the students from the Accounting 3000 class, which Ms. Bolden also is a supporter and comes and talks about the accounting recruiting cycle. So thanks to all of our accounting majors. Next slide, please. And for our finance, supply chain, and marketing and management students, we have a large number of you who have finished as well. Some of you are HR concentration students, some of you are supply chain students. And I do want to give a shout out to Angelo Donati because he's relatively new to Fogelman. And he actually was planning on changing his major. And we had a conversation, and he not only did not change his major, he completed the complete professional program along with Accounting Careers of Tomorrow. So way to hang in there, Angelo. And I think you made a great decision. Next slide, please. Economics, International Business, MIS, and BIT. Now, if you are in one of these majors and you see that this slide is a little bit shorter, what that tells me is that we need you recruiting in your major for next semester and for the summer. So we appreciate all of you. Some of you I know on this particular slide will be graduating. Maya Woodjit is graduating. Fatima Silla is graduating. Whitney Williamson, I believe, is graduating. And Adel Item, I know, is graduating. If I missed somebody on that slide, but we want you to help others understand what you have gained through this process. Next slide. We also have graduate students who have finished the program and have added it to their resume and to their LinkedIn. And we appreciate your making time for this because we know that we have you have a lot on your plate as a graduate student. Some of you, like Alexis Johnson, are also a GA. So we appreciate you making time. And I believe for those of you who are in the Persuasive Presenters class, that Mr. Myers and I started with the virtual program. I know that I believe this will be a great asset to you as well. Next slide, please. And these are our advanced complete professionals. So thanks to you for coming in and doing the extra steps that needed to maybe just finish up one event on your complete professional program, but you took advantage of the new programs we were able to offer for advanced complete professionals. And I just do want to tell you that we are very excited that we will have some new programs, and with the virtual format, we will be going into the summer with our programs. So if you got the CPP and want to add your name to the advanced list, then we can help you make that happen this summer. So we are very, very proud of you. This is a real first being virtual, and also it's a first because this semester alone we had 120 students complete the program. So we're close to 200 for the year with our fall graduates, and with the virtual support, and now that we have more and more students who have taken advantage, we hope that that will increase significantly in the next year. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here are some of you. So let's look at these faces and how wonderful you all look. Okay, I want to just thank the students who sent their photos in. It just makes me smile to see all of you. We have missed you significantly. So I mentioned program perks, and we do have some of those. Your certificate will be ready for you. We put them in a frame so that you can hang them on the wall, or maybe put them in your new office one day. You will get a set of 500 business cards. You see Alberto in the middle there. Some of the students mentioned Becky Boyd. That's Becky standing there. This was at his recognition event, and he was graduating, so we went ahead and gave him his stole. You will get a stole to wear for graduation. We give it to you this semester that you did graduate, because sometimes they have a way of getting lost. And so this way we keep it until you graduate, and we will have that to give to you. One of the things we also have for you is an application to apply for our Suits for Success award. And that is actually located in the D2L course, and you will put it into the Dropbox just like you do for your papers, but it's a lot more fun to fill this out than it is to write papers. So I encourage you to do that. We will have a group who will go through the applications and will determine. This is an award, so you get the opportunity to get a $250 wardrobe award. And we help you with some guidance on how to purchase a new suit. We encourage you to add this to your resume and to add to your LinkedIn, because as you've heard from our employers, they do recognize this, and they do value the complete professional program, because they know that you have invested in yourself, and that's an important thing. So next slide, please. Just a shout out to the PDC team. They are in this presentation, and they have worked very hard to prepare the VCPP, as we're calling it, for Virtual Complete Professional Program. Allison Goodwin is the Assistant Director. Jan Dugan's the Program Coordinator. April Mitchell, who has really helped to shepherd our cohorts this semester and give you lots of text reminders and messaging, and she also works with our academic internship program. Emily Wolf is our professional development specialist. Mary Mershant is one of our awesome graduate assistants, as is Alexa Johnson. Alexis happens to be a JD MBA, and Mary is a professional MBA. So let's just give, may not be able to hear everybody clap, but just give them a round of applause for just a moment. And so, Emily, I need to take the screen. If I have something I have to do, if you can, we're going to come back to this slide in just a minute. So I will share my screen. Can everybody see my screen?
We can see you.
Yeesh.
Okay. This may be a function of the co-host situation. Let me get back to this. I am sorry, we have a technical difficulty here. Emily, if you'll just put the slides back up, that'll be great. I can't seem to access this. So let's just put the end of the presentation slide back up. I want to, the slide that I had was a special slide and it was so cute. Alexis Johnson made it and it was great. But we had a team meeting this week. And Emily happened to be a little bit late. And it gave us a time to talk about Emily Wolf a bit because we would not have the BCPP if it were not for Emily. And her team quickly said, we need to do a special shout out in the presentation for Emily. She was the one that recorded all of those new programs, the LinkedIn, the new resume, the new dining etiquette, the mock interviews, and has really put all of that into play. We have a complete professional program YouTube channel where we have all of this posted, and she's just done a fabulous job. So thank you, and I encourage you to thank Emily as well. She'll continue to be putting some new programs together, and she's a great success story. Her undergraduate was theater, and so she used her theater skills with her recent MBA skills that she graduated in December. And so she pulled those two things together and it was just a great time. And Dean Fleming, I want you to know that we did some benchmarking and we actually pulled virtual programs from a number of different universities to see. And I can honestly say ours are the best. So we're very, very proud of the work that Emily has done and the whole team. We're really proud of all of you. You have joined. These are students who had also completed the program in previous times. So you have joined a very successful team. Many of these folks have gotten great internships, full-time positions. We did a survey last semester in the Management 4710 classes, and over 70% of our students reported being either in professional positions or in internships that look like they would be turning into professional positions. So preparation does make a difference. We want you to be prepared, we want you to be polished, and we want you to be career ready. So we hope that this has been a bit of sunshine for your day. And what we'd like to do is, if you are able to stick with us for the networking, what I have